Next item is Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Confirmation of appropriate meeting notice.
Meeting was noticed on Friday, September 13th. Agendas were posted at BMO Harris Bank, the Post Office, Library, and City Hall.
Council acceptance of agenda.
Motion to accept.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Personal appearances. Let's start with B, since Marge is here. Presentation by Marge Jessup regarding potential referendum.
I am Marge Jessup. I live in Wilton Township, where I own property here. And I am here on behalf of Carol Green of 716 Lion Street, who can't be here this evening. And she is circulating a petition to get on the ballot in the spring election a resolution to approve, move to amend, which is to fighting the money in politics, to say that it's in response to Citizens United, to say that money is not speech and corporations are not equal. Corporations, unions, and artificial entities are not people and do not have the rights that people. And I wanted to bring Dan Feary with me. I passed out an article, copies of the article that was in the Reporter recently during Tobacco Days, where he was interviewed, and he explains it much better than I do. That's why I had originally asked to be on the agenda where I had more than 3 minutes, because I was going to make him speak and explain everything. And since he does such a good job. And we have already started petitioning, and just last Thursday, started getting signatures, and already we're about a third of the way there. So I don't feel we're going to have any trouble once we explain what we're doing to go, oh yeah, I'll sign that. So I don't feel we'll have any trouble getting the required signatures to get on the ballot. But number one, I did want you to know what we are doing. And also because there was a We the People amendment introduced in the House of Representatives by Nolan from Minnesota and Mark Buchanan, Democrat of Wisconsin, that represents the 2nd Congressional District, which Edgerton is in the 2nd Congressional District. And I thought that makes it even more of a point to have the Edgerton people vote to say yes, they support what their representative is saying. And this is strictly to show the support for it. We want, there are 16 states have already approved this resolution. Of course, we need 3/4 of the states. I believe that's about 38. Over 500 municipalities have already voted to do this. And Jefferson County, Fort Atkinson had it on their spring ballot, and Whitewater had it on their spring ballot, and people voted for it overwhelmingly. And all around the state, there are other municipalities where either townships are approving it, or it's in the cities it's going on the ballot. So it's just to let the people indicate that it's what they want. Polls across the United States say it's nonpartisan, no matter which party they belong to. They want this, they want to keep the money out of politics, because if you have a millionaire going against you, you are not a millionaire, you don't stand a chance the way things are now. A lobbyist can go to someone who wants to run for office, say, I've got $50,000, and it can go to you or it can go to your opponent. And of course, if it goes to him or her, then they have to do the bidding. They become obligated. So the politicians do it too. It's a bad situation. And the only cure is an amendment to the Constitution. And we know that this is going to take a long time. Right now, we're just working to get Wisconsin on board to say that they support it. And even right now, I believe it's Alabama has a resolution working on getting approval, and Alabama is the first place in the South. So what I want to do is come back, I have you take a look at the materials I brought tonight, and then come back in 2 weeks and ask you if you approve it on that. It should be on ballot anyway, but it would be nice if you approved it and put it on yourself. So that's my request. And I'll be back to ask for your response on that. Any questions?
One comment, this is a 5-Monday month. We won't be here for 3 weeks, so
All right. I will-
we got a Monday off.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. That time of year.
Any other questions that maybe I can answer?
No, but I probably will after I read this.
Okay.
So the next time you're here,
I'll bring Dan with me next time then.
Yeah, and I see you got your contact information on here as well, so.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep. Anyone else? No? Moving on to the minutes from September 3rd.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any corrections or additions? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Finance Committee.
Okay. A little bit different than last week when I only had one.
Yeah.
Okay, motion to approve pay request number 3 for RT Fox for Dickinson Street project in amount of $50,364.02.
Second.
Any questions? Hearing none, roll call.
Webb?
Yes.
Davis?
Yes.
Thomas?
Yes.
Mark Walnuts?
Yes.
Chris Walnuts?
Yes.
McIntyre?
Yes.
That passes.
And a motion to approve a pay request number 2 from RT Fox for the Edwards Avenue project in the amount of $39,186.33.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
What's the second? Yeah.
Matt?
Webb?
Yes.
McIntyre?
Yes.
Davis?
Yes.
Thomas?
Yes.
Mark Walnuts?
Yes.
Chris Walnuts?
Yes.
That passes.
Motion to approve bills and payroll list in the amount of $319,656.05.
Second.
Any questions on the bills? Hearing none, roll call.
Webb?
Yes.
Davis?
Yes.
Thomas?
Yes.
Mark Walnuts?
Yes.
Chris Walnuts?
Yes.
McIntyre?
Yes.
And that passes.
Okay. Motion to approve an amendment to the premises for a combination B beer and liquor license for 124 West Fulton Street, the Red Baron.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Webb?
Yes.
McIntyre?
Yes.
Davis?
Yes.
Thomas?
Yes.
Mark Walnuts?
Yes.
Chris Walnuts?
Yes.
And that passes.
And a motion to approve a temporary Class B license for the Edgerton Chamber of Commerce on October 2nd, conditioned that they supply us with their licensed operator's name and their wholesaler.
I'll second that.
Any discussion other than looking at the application up here? It says dates of event October 4th down here on line 3.
I was looking at,
Up above, it's October 2nd, but
Yep.
down, name of event and then date is October 4th down below.
The Friday night is the liquor license issue, right? Isn't that what, when she was here?
this is the business after 5 from the
Oh, okay.
chamber.
Oh, okay.
Does anyone have a calendar? I think, do they do that on Thursday?
Where our calendars go.
First is a Tuesday.
It's a Tuesday, so.
I know.
So it has to be the
Mine-
4th.
4th is a
I'll tell you.
Friday.
Yep, the 4th is a Friday.
It's a bit perplexing, isn't it?
It is. Thank you for catching that, because I usually look at the top.
Their business after 5s, I thought, used to be on Wednesdays.
So you're thinking of that new song.
That'd be the second, which it was on Wednesdays in the past.
Yeah, that is a Wednesday.
I guess if it would be all right with the council, if we could make it,
Verify the date.
yeah, with a clarification of the date, because
Yep.
otherwise we'd have to hold a special meeting if we,
Like Ron said, hopefully not.
When they bring the licensed bartender and the
Yeah.
distributor.
We'll make that
get the right
contingent
date.
on the operator's license name, the wholesaler, and the confirmation of date.
Is that okay with the second?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Thank
Not the
you.
date of the second, the second of the motion.
I'm good with it.
Okay. Any other discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Webb,
Yes.
Chris Wellness,
Yes.
McIntyre.
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Thomas,
Yes.
Mark Walnuts.
Yes.
If it had just left it at the 25th, we wouldn't have had this problem. That passes.
Okay, motion to approve a temporary Class B license for the Sterling North Book and Film Festival on September 22nd, contingent on their supplying us with their wholesaler's name.
Second.
Did I hear 22nd or 7th?
7th,
Okay.
2/7.
I second that.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Webb,
Yes.
Mark Walnuts,
Yes.
Chris Walnuts,
Yes.
McIntyre.
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Thomas.
And that passes.
Okay, we have no action on number 5. They appeared and decided they didn't need a refund. They're going to actually use their permit, so we're all set there. And motion to approve City of Edgerton Resolution 6-13, final resolution declaring the City Council's intention for Edward Avenue Sidewalk Project to exercise special assessment police powers under Section 66.0703 of Wisconsin statutes.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Webb,
Yes.
Mark Walnuts,
Yes.
Chris Walnuts,
Yes.
McIntyre.
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Thomas.
Yep.
Like that passes.
Oh, okay. Motion to approve the bid for the racetrack shelter masonry project to MJD in the amount of $6,511.20.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Webb,
Yes.
McIntyre.
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Thomas.
Yes.
Mark Walnuts,
Yes.
Chris Walnuts.
Yes.
And that passes.
Motion to approve this facade grant for 4 West Fulton Street in amount not to exceed $971.88.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Webb,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Thomas.
Yep.
Mark Walnuts,
Yes.
Chris Walnuts,
Yes.
McIntyre.
Yes.
It passes.
Motion to approve a sign grant for 4 West Fulton Street in an amount not to exceed $290.26.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Webb,
Yes.
Chris Walnuts,
Yes.
McIntyre.
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Thomas.
Yes.
Mark Walnuts.
Yes.
And that passes.
Motion to approve a facade grant for 124 West Fulton Street for patio screening and outdoor eating area to Two Brothers Beer Garden in an amount not to exceed $5,000.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Webb,
Yes.
McIntyre.
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Thomas.
Yep.
Mark Walnuts,
Yes.
Chris Walnuts.
Yes.
And that passes.
Motion to approve a facade grant at 124 West Fulton Street to point the exterior of the existing building, the Red Baron, in an amount not to exceed $3,120.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Webb,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Thomas.
Yes.
Mark Walnuts?
Yes.
Chris Walnuts?
Yes.
McIntyre?
Yes.
And that passes.
Motion to approve a small ED loan for 124 West Fulton Street for handicapped restrooms in the amount not to exceed $3,000.
I'll second that.
Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Webb?
Yes.
McIntyre, Chris Walnuts?
Yes.
McIntyre?
Yes.
Davis?
Yes.
Thomas?
Yes.
Mark Walnuts?
Yes.
And that passes.
Motion to approve a small ED loan for 124 West Fulton Street for handicap ramp for outdoor accessibility not to exceed $3,000.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Webb?
Yes.
McIntyre?
Yes.
Davis?
Yes.
Thomas?
Yes.
Mark Walnuts?
Yes.
Chris Walnuts?
Yes.
And that passes.
Motion to approve a small ED loan for 124 West Fulton Street for electrical upgrades and not to exceed $3,000.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Webb?
Yes.
Mark Walnuts?
Yes.
Chris Walnuts?
Yes.
McIntyre?
Yes.
Davis?
Yes.
Thomas?
Yes.
That passes.
And a motion to approve a small ED loan at 124 West Fulton Street for structural modifications to the foundation walls and support beams not to exceed $3,000.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Webb?
Yes.
Davis?
Yes.
Thomas?
Yes.
Mark Walnuts?
Yes.
Chris Walnuts?
Yes.
McIntyre?
Yes.
And that passes.
That's all I got.
Move on to Plan Commission. There'll be a couple things on that coincide with what we're dealing with previously here. So,
Motion to approve an outdoor entertainment area at 124 West Fulton to exceed
This is access. The first one is access.
This is access. Oh, entertainment area access. Okay. Motion to approve outdoor entertainment area access at 124 Fulton Street. Yep.
I'll second.
Right before the horse.
is there a second?
Yes.
Did I miss that? Any other discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Webb?
Yes.
McIntyre?
Yes.
Davis?
Yes.
Thomas?
Yes.
Mark Walnuts?
Yes.
Chris Walnuts?
Yes.
And that passes.
And a motion to approve outdoor entertainment enclosure at 124 West Fulton Street.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Webb?
Yes.
Mark Walnuts?
Yes.
Chris Walnuts?
Yes.
McIntyre?
Yes.
Davis?
Yes.
Thomas?
Yep.
And here we go. Motion to approve outdoor entertainment area to exceed 50% of the floor area space of 116 West Fulton Street.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Webb?
Yes.
Davis?
Yes.
Thomas?
Yes.
Mark Walnuts?
Yes.
Chris Walnuts?
Yes.
McIntyre?
Yes.
And that passes.
And a motion to approve extraterritorial land division for Barb Hine, County Trunk N, Section 33, Town of Albion.
Second.
Any discussion?
Yeah, what is it? Can somebody give me the lowdown on this?
When there are land divisions in the area that is 1.5 miles around the edges of our city, that area is called the extraterritorial area or extraterritorial zone. We have, as a municipality, we have to approve those land divisions. So this one in particular is a land division whereby they're separating off buildings from a farm area, I believe. It's an existing farmstead. So they're taking a farm and they're separating the buildings off so they can be sold separately.
Okay.
Probably seen that done in the past some places.
Yeah, a lot.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Webb?
Yes.
Davis?
Yes.
Thomas?
Yes.
Mark Walnuts?
Yes.
Chris Walnuts?
Yes.
McIntyre?
Yes. And that passes. That should be about it from planning.
Yep.
Redevelopment Authority met last week, and we took care of, good share of what we took care of that night earlier in this agenda, so we'll move on to Public Works.
Motion to introduce and approve the first reading of City of Edgerton Ordinance 13-07 to amend Chapter 19, license and permits by adding Section 19.046, residential rental property registration.
I will second that.
Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Webb?
Yes.
Christwellnut?
Yes.
McIntyre?
Yes.
Davis?
Yes.
Thomas?
Yes.
Mark Walnuts?
Yes.
That passes.
And a motion to introduce and approve the first reading of City of Edgerton Ordinance 13-08, limiting dogs and cats.
I'll second that as well.
Any discussion?
Yes, I have a question. So what happens if a family currently has more than the amount?
Their grandfather, as long as they're licensed.
They are, okay.
And as long as they're under the 4 right now, or 4 or under
As
right
long as they're
now.
legal now.
As long as they're under 4.
Or 4 or less.
4 or under, what if there's more than 4?
Then they're not
They're
legal to
legal
begin
right
with,
now. They're not, she shouldn't
They're
be there to
legal
start
now,
with. Yep.
okay.
unless they're not of licensing
Yeah,
age.
unless they're puppies and they're not of licensing
Okay,
age.
thank you.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Webb?
Yes.
Christwellnut?
Yes.
McIntyre?
Yes.
Davis?
Yes.
Thomas? Mark Walnuts?
Yes.
And that passes.
And a motion to adopt City of Edgerton Resolution 7-13, approving a plot for the 7th addition to Fassett Cemetery.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Webb?
Yes.
McIntyre?
Yes.
Davis?
Yes.
Thomas?
Yes.
Mark Walnuts?
Yes.
Christwellnut?
Yes.
And that passes. We made an awful lot of motions tonight, Ron.
Yes, you did.
Are you done, or should we move on to the next one? Consider introducing and approving the first reading of City of Edgerton Ordinance 13-06, amendment to Chapter 9, Traffic, Parking, Snowmobile, and Automobile Regulations, Sections 9.14, Miscellaneous Traffic Provisions. The amendment will allow buses to not use flashers when loading and unloading pupils that do not cross the street. That's not a motion.
Oh,
I was just reading the agenda line.
So moved.
sounded like a motion to me.
But we got Ron to make the motion, so then,
I'm going to second that for discussion. I'd like to know exactly what's going on
Yeah, I
there.
would too.
Yeah, who brought this up?
Dale, do you want to take this one?
Yeah, we redid the ordinance maybe 5 or 10 years ago and copied the state statute, except that when I did that, the part that was left off, and it was intentional, was that about if they have to cross the street or not. And my recollection in Edgerton was that it seemed like any time the bus would stop, people have to cross the street. So the kids are always going across the street, and so no, we want the flashers on all the time. So I left that little tail of the statute off of it. And now Right Way has told me that, well, there's some situations in town where kids don't cross the street, either to get on the bus or to get off the bus. They're all on one side of the street. And more times than not, there are some situations where there are some handicapped children. You're familiar with that, the small bus they have, and that picks up handicapped children, and they may be going to pick up one child at a location in town, and sometimes it takes a little longer for that child to get on the bus, to get seated, or however they have to get that child in the bus, and that child never crosses the street. Sometimes that bus even pulls into the driveway, but that child never has to cross the street either to get on or to get off. And if they have their flashers on, sometimes they have traffic backed up for 2 or 3 blocks that nobody's crossing the street. So that's the main impetus for this, is to adopt specifically what the state statute says. And we really should have done it years ago, but I never was informed of that sort of situation. So we're basically complying with what the state statute says. The state statute says that we cannot prohibit, or strike that, we cannot require the bus company to use flashers when nobody has to cross the street in a city, in a residential or business district. So pretty much everywhere in town, if no kids have to cross the street to get on or cross the street when they get off, then the law requires, state statute requires, that they do not have to have flashers on. So all we're doing is adopting this to comply specifically with what the state statute says. And I don't know, other than a handicapped student, my feeling was that, my gosh, kids have to cross the street all the time, but apparently there are some stops where kids just get on from one side of the street and nobody crosses the street. So in a situation like that, they wouldn't have to use the red flashers. People could go by the bus, although I suspect most people would. They still have their yellow flashers on. They still do that, but not the red ones. The stop, I don't think the stop sign will come out.
No.
So people will be able to pass them, but I don't know how willingly people will still pass
I think
them.
you might have sold me on that, as long as they have some sort of lights on.
Well, there'll be,
But there's kids in the area.
the amber lights will be on, or some other lights will be on, but just the red
I
flash.
thought if there's none, he needs something flashing.
There'll be something flashing still, but it won't be the red ones. So cars will technically be able to still pass them. They won't have this big backlap or this log jam behind the bus. So
If I remember right, from when Right Way got the contract with the school, that they ended up, and Tom, I think we discussed this at a public safety meeting, but they did a lot of route changes in order so kids would not be crossing the street if it wasn't necessary.
If I understand you right, Dale, right now, we're not complying with the state law then.
right now, no, we cut that tail because when I did that.
So we really have no choice then.
No, that's.
If I understand this
It says in our ordinance, the way it's written right now, it prohibits buses from not having the red lights on. They have to have it on, and the state statute says, no, they don't have to have it on if these situations. So all we do is comply with what the state statute says.
Okay.
Yeah, you're on there.
They make sure that the kids live on the side of the street they get dropped off. So they made arrangements for that, so they never got to cross the street on or off. The hazard lights, Matt, those are what are on now.
Okay.
Just like the car broke down, turn the hazards on.
Good deal.
It's confusing if you watch the traffic right now, because that's what they're doing right now, turning the hazards on. They're still stopping, but maybe once they get used to it, just to get them into compliance with what the state statute is, which was pointed out to us from the bus company.
Okay, with that being said, I think we know what we have to do then.
Any further discussion? Roll call.
Webb?
Yes.
Art Wellnitz?
Yes.
Chris Wellnitz?
Yes.
McIntyre?
Yes.
Davis?
Yes.
Thomas?
Yes.
Mayor, alderpersons and staff reports. A couple things. Bookstore opens up just prior to the Book Fest, which is next weekend, not this coming weekend, but the following weekend. The Barron will reopen this week. The Teen Center has an open house or grand reopening on Saturday. And I know I'm missing a few other things. We have a zoning Board of Appeals opening. Andrea has moved out of the city, so there's an opening on that if anybody knows of anyone that would be interested in being on the zoning board. And that's all I have right now. So anyone else?
I actually do. Tom, I think this would be, it's been brought to my attention that, what's the street out by Piggly Wiggly that goes back into that side? Bronson. There's a dead end sign there, and a couple people have brought to my attention that it's not a dead end anymore because they've actually gone back in there, going to look for a house, and then they turned around and then they got lost and then realized that there is actually a subdivision down there.
Yeah, but it's still dead end.
Yeah, should it say dead end or should it say no outlet?
Six of one, half a dozen of the other.
And it's anonymous.
No, not necessarily. That's what I said too, but then I took the time and I listened to their point of view, and it makes sense. If it says dead end, you don't think it goes beyond there.
So if you,
But I noticed in Janesville, they now have, if it goes into a subdivision and they have to come back out, it says no outlet.
So the sign then should probably be moved beyond the left-hand turn into the subdivision.
That would be a great idea, Mark. That would work.
Where's the
Either
sign
or.
now, Chris?
It's right by the auto place there, ain't it?
Yeah. So I'd bring that up in a public works meeting.
You did?
You should
Okay,
address it there.
okay. So we'll bring that up at the next public works meeting.
Anyone else?
Yeah, downtown's, starting to shape up a little bit better with the Barron. A lot of money got put into that. It really did, right down to the bare walls. And Reinhardt, the two houses came down and opened up the warehouse. You can see it with the signage, tobacco stuff, so it's kind of cool. I'll make a motion. Oh, wait, no, I'm not. That's Ron's here.
Make a motion to go into closed session pursuant to Wisconsin statutes 19.851E, deliberating and negotiating the purchasing of public properties, investing of public funds, or conducting other specified public business whenever competitive or bargaining reasons require a closed session. Discuss and consider business park land purchase.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Mark Wilmoth,
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Thomas.
Yes.
Chris Wilmoth,
Yes.
Webb,
Yes.
McIntyre.
Yes.
And that passes.
What was getting a little...